Welcome back once again. It's week 2. We're going to get into this week 1 recap. I am your host, Awake. This is Trust the Work Network. And I'm always excited to talk sports with you, the always incredible undefeated sports fan. And, man, it was a busy week 1. Had some ups and downs for some teams that we didn't really expect it. Let's see, we went 11-5. Wins and losses last week against the games we picked. Went 4-6 against the games, covered the spread. Not great, but we did go 8-4 on the over and unders. So out of that, we won some money. You know what I'm saying? We came out on top, very much on the plus side of things. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into the lines for week 2 after we recap week 1. Philly and Dallas. You know what I'm saying? My Eagles held it down 24-20. They ain't cover, and it didn't look all that great, but we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? Hurts 14 for 23, 152, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but he ran for 2 touchdowns, and we ran for 150 yards as a team. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Carter, kind of ugly spot in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure he'll get disciplined for that, and we're gonna move on from that and keep winning football games. Dallas ain't looked that bad, man. I told Dallas fans, don't panic. It's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? They still look competitive, even though can't mess with the chance, baby. You know what I'm saying? CD had 4 drops, but he had 110 yards even with the 4 drops, so he ain't looked that bad. But that probably did cost them the game. You know what I'm saying? Giants Cowboys gonna tell us a lot. We're going to get into the Giants, too. You know what I'm saying? Chiefs. We got to go down there to Arrowhead, knock them down, see if we can make sure we keep the momentum going from the Super Bowl like we have been. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City played the Chargers in Brazil, picked the Chargers to win, and they took them down. You know what I'm saying? KC didn't look good. Not too worried because they was missing some receivers, but they got to work on that run game. That run game was looking bad. You know what I'm saying? Key receivers is out, but Mahomes still 24-39, 258, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Herbert brought the flamethrower out on him though. 25-34, 318, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. Whoa. Showing out. You know what I'm saying? Solid run game, not great. 8 less yards on the ground than Kansas City did, but you know what I'm saying? They showed up, had good pass defense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of penalties. You know what I'm saying? KC defense is a question mark, though. KC defense is a question mark. We're going to see what they do against Philly next week. You know what I'm saying? Giants Commanders, Russell Wilson, man. Oh, my gosh. Russell Wilson was looking way worse than I expected. But the offensive line may be even a bigger problem because, man, they are not looking good on the offensive line right now. Got a lot of problems in New York. They got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Daniels, he's for real. That was the type of game right there that you win, even though you don't have everything going your way. You still hold that down. No interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Looking really good. Commanders had 200 yards on the ground, nearly real close to 200 yards. Debo looked good. Everything looking real according to schedule over there in Washington. You know what I'm saying? Giants defense showed up. You know what I'm saying? Giants defense did show up, but a lot of stuff they got to work on in New York on the Giants side for the G-men. You know what I'm saying? Detroit versus Green Bay. Oh, yeah. And Green Bay going to play Washington this week coming up. So we're going to have some stuff to talk about there. Detroit versus Green Bay. I still think Detroit is better, even though they came out on top. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay came out on top 27-13. I still think Detroit is a better team. I don't know, man. I ain't sold yet. I ain't sold on this Michael Parsons thing. I ain't sold on the fact that they just gone. Now they second to win the Super Bowl now. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I expect this, you know what I'm saying, a split in this division match right here. I'm sure Detroit gonna come back and get their lick back. You know what I'm saying? Goff threw a pick, but with no running game at all, did not look that bad. Running game got to be way better for Detroit. You know you got two backs that can get you a stack. You know what I'm saying? You got to get them guys in gear. Got to get the offensive line blocking for these guys and everybody on the same page, man. They were 3 for 4 on fourth down. Had more first downs than Green Bay. Won the time of possession. They had more passing yards than Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? On paper, it almost looked like they should have won. But, you know, no run game. No run game. Run game was non-existent. You know what I'm saying? It's a poor week 1 for Detroit, but it's still week 1. You know what I'm saying? Parsons got his first sack, but other than that, he was pretty quiet. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay going to test the Commanders next week. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Commanders, I look to see test Green Bay, really. Because now that they got a game under their belt, they'll be better. And I know they didn't look how they wanted to look against the Giants. So I'm looking for them to want to show up and do better. Green Bay probably want to show up and do better, but they feeling pretty good, so we'll see. But Bears should get another solid challenge from Detroit. After this performance, Detroit going to be looking to come show out on the Bears, and we'll get to them in a minute too. But we got Rams and the Texans. I don't want to say the game was sloppy. I ain't watched the game, but from what it looked like in the stat line, it didn't look too sloppy other than the penalties. You know what I'm saying? When they kind of canceled each other out, they only had 80 and 60 respectively. You know what I'm saying? Third down hurt Houston a lot. You know what I'm saying? 2 turnovers. 2-1 on turnovers. Hurt Houston. You know what I'm saying? It looks like Houston coming back to earth a little bit. They've been riding high the last 2 years, looking real good, like world beaters, but they still a young team. They just need some time to develop. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, maybe they need to move some pieces around, see what they got. You know what I'm saying? See what they can keep, what they can salvage, what they need to part with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of close games this week. You know what I'm saying? A lot of close games where the point spread was real close, and that was real accurate. It was real close right there. Like this was I believe a 2.5 point spread. It's like they wasn't lying. A lot of these games was real close, right around at 5, within 3 points of the spread. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Vegas be right. Vegas be right on a lot of stuff. 30 yards total offense was the difference in the whole game. Stroud threw a pick, but was pretty solid, throwing 19 for 27. You know what I'm saying? Used a lot of receivers through the 10 guys. So I'm saying 19 passes, that's pretty good. Stafford was unbelievable, 21 for 29, 245 and a touchdown. Nakua had 10 catches for 130 yards, so you can tell how that went. It was only 14-9 though. So look for both of them teams to score some more points next week. What we got? Minnesota versus Chicago, 27-24, real close game, really good game. Minnesota came back and took it from them. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams showed a lot of growth, but has to get better. He's got to get better still. Game still look a little fast to him. You know what I'm saying? He's showing a lot of improvement though. So, you know, Chicago got Detroit coming up Sunday. So he's gonna have to have all his ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? And I think, he played really well in this game. But J.J. McCarthy, showed up and took one from him. He's got to make a little bit better decisions. Learning what the right decision is and being more consistent with how he handles the game. But, J.J. McCarthy just played a really good game too. So Bears did a great job on Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson was in handcuffs most of the game. So he's got a defense he can rely on, a defense that can hold up a lead if he can get the lead in most cases. But they let this one get away from him. You know what I'm saying? The Bears had 127 yards of penalties. That's going, in a 3-point game, that's going to make the difference right there. You know what I'm saying? Took their foot off the gas a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was good on third down. So, yeah, it's one of them games, man. It was real exciting. Good game to watch. Now we got the Raiders. Minnesota got the Falcons. Another team that's going to be looking for some revenge after we talk about what happened with them. Got the Raiders and the Pats. I picked the Raiders in this one. You know what I'm saying? Patriots still building back with what they used to have. Brock Bowers had 5 catches for 103 yards, showing out. You know what I'm saying? Kayshon Boot from the boot went to the boot. You know what I'm saying? LSU guy. You know what I'm saying? 6 catches, 103. He was showing out. 100 yards on 6 catches. You had to break something. You broke something. You know what I'm saying? And then Jacoby Myers had 8 catches for 97 yards, which ain't bad neither. You know what I'm saying? Another even matchup. I like these in week 1. And I'm still seeing some even more even matches in week 2. You know what I'm saying? Even though you take these losses, it helps to get these guys acclimated to the way things are, and you know what I'm saying? And, you see a lot more consistency through the middle of the season. You know what I'm saying? But this was another good game, 20-13. You know what I'm saying? Raiders come out on top. Carolina, Jacksonville. Carolina is bad on both sides of the ball, boy. They ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no other way to say it. They bad on both sides of the ball. Terrible. Got to show improvement this week. Jacksonville looking like they trying to put a team together. You know what I'm saying? Jags getting better. Travis Etienne, 16 carries, 143 yards. I think Travis Leonard's going to turn into a situational type of guy. They'll turn him into, 3rd, 4th down. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed, no passing. It's going on type of guy. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's going to be situational defensively. It's too much of a risk to keep him out there every down. Doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's not getting the ball thrown at him. You don't want him out there just risking injury for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's also going to sacrifice some of his effectiveness because he's still, I think he'll play more as he gets older, but, I don't think he needs to be out there every down. Dolphins, Colts. You know what I'm saying? Tua looked terrible. Oh, my goodness gracious. Tua looked terrible. And Dolphins got the Patriots next week. Colts got the Broncos next week. But, boy. So does everybody else, though. Everybody on the Miami Dolphins look like craziness. Look like random wildfire. You know what I'm saying? 400 total yards, 27 first downs. This is what they gave up. 400 plus total yards, 27 first downs, 3 for 3 on 4th down, 70 plays, 38 minutes and 43 seconds total time of possession, and 3 turnovers. Y'all got smacked around, 33-8. This is bad on week 1. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to panic too much and overstate week 1, but this is when you start to be worried when you see stuff like this in week 1. Dolphins look horrific. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones was an absolute virtuoso. 22 of 29, 272 and a touchdown. He out there looking like world beaters. He out there looking like Dan Marino. You know what I'm saying? And they were solid on the ground. Cole's defense really showed up to help the quarterback in week 1. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Make him feel like he at home. Colts got the Broncos. Dolphins got the Patriots. Maybe things will be different for Dolphins next week. But Patriots were looking like they probably want to try to do better next week too. Or this week too coming up. So we're going to see what happens. Steelers and Jets. Man, this was one of the great games. This was one of the 2 really, really good games this week. 34-32. Steelers come out on top. Aaron Rodgers, 22 for 30. Man, 244 with 4 touchdowns. Nobody says nothing. A lot of cats was on Rodgers' back, you know, he holding out and holding everybody hostage and running. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, look, Aaron Rodgers with a quality squad, quality coaching, quality play calling is a monster. And, you know, he ain't throw for 250 yards but still threw 4 touchdowns. That's saying something. You know what I'm saying? We get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Receivers look great. Run game needs a little bit of work. Justin Fields played well. You know what I'm saying? Sacked only 1 time, 2 rushing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? They only had to punt twice, 50% on 3rd down, 4th down, 2. Won the time of possession. Run game was solid. Had 182 yards on the ground, 23 first downs, no INTs. You know what I'm saying? Breece Hall, 19 carries, 107 yards. But it looks real nice in Pittsburgh. This could get scary. I think everybody going to have to be on alert for Pittsburgh after week 1. You know what I'm saying? Can the defense match what they doing on offense? That's going to be the only question. If the defense can show up and make sure they stay solid all year, they're going to put a run together. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? Steelers got the Seahawks next week. A little bit easier. They got 2. Well, Jets defense is real good. Seahawks is not quite that great. You know what I'm saying? So, Bills, Jets. Next week, this week coming up. I keep saying next week. I don't know why. We in the middle of the week, but Bills, Jets, that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. Jets got some good defense. Only 4 teams put up 30 points this week. Jets was one of them. Bills was the other team, though. One of the other 4. So it's going to be a good matchup. The Bengals and the Browns, man, they might could have put this one back. They could have put this one back in the jar and say this. All right, Bengals and the Browns. Ugly game. Ugly game. Joe Flacco, 45 pass attempts. Joe Burrow had 23 pass attempts. Joe Flacco did not look very good. I think this week, if it ends up being like this again, this week coming up, when the Bengals or the Browns take on the Ravens, I think we might see Shador or Dylan Gabriel, one of the 2, if not both of them, because this is gonna get ugly real fast for the Browns. Bengals kind of took it easy on them this week, but Browns had 22 first downs. Bengals had 11. You know what I'm saying? Bengals punted 6 times. Browns lose from a missed field goal and 2 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Basically. Lose a 3-point game, 1-point game. And all that stuff goes right for you. It's hard to believe. Ugly game, though. We'll see what happens next week. Bengals got the Jaguars next week, so they should, they're going to get tested a little bit too, because the Jaguars play pretty good. But Moving on. Arizona, New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray, 21 for 29, 163, 2 touchdowns, no INTs. Man, Spencer Rattler was better than I expected. 27 for 46, 214, no INTs. Man, he got to be better. They don't got a lot going on. Alvin Kamara can't do what he used to do. He can't carry the whole team. You know what I'm saying? Got to do better. You know what I'm saying? 146 to 107 rushing yards probably decided the game. That 20 to 13. That probably decided the game right there. Little one series. You know what I'm saying? Worth of rushing yards. Cardinals gave up 3 points in the second half. Both teams played pretty good. A lot of penalties though. So 20 to 13. I expect to see a lot of 30 to 17s and a lot of 24 to 17 games this week coming up. You know what I'm saying? Based on the over-unders. We got Arizona got the Panthers next week, which is gonna be easy for them. But New Orleans got the 49ers, so that should be a good matchup. Bucks and Falcons, great game. Definitely one of the top 3 games of the week. Baker Mayfield wins it on a touchdown at the game winner at the end. Missed field goal by Falcons kicker, and the Bucks take it by 3. Baker Mayfield 17 for 32, 167, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. Michael Penix Jr. 27-42, 298, 1 touchdown, no INTs. He's looking real nice. They both was looking real nice out there. You know what I'm saying? Both teams played their butts off. Baker had one more. He had one more. He's good at that. You know what I'm saying? He's looking like a leader out there. He's showing that he's got the ability to galvanize the locker room for real. And these guys behind him, defense played great on both sides for the most part. Just a good game. 49ers, Seahawks. Oh, by the way, Falcons got the Vikings. We already said that. Bucks got the Texans. We'll see how the Texans do, because Bucks gonna be ready. 49ers, Seahawks. New Orleans coming to see the 49ers this week. Pittsburgh. Got to deal with the Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 9 catches, 124. Was not enough. 17 to 13, man. You hate to see games like that where you lose like that, because you feel like you had a chance to win it. But man, just wasn't enough. He needed a touchdown. Sam Darnold went 150 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but no touchdowns, no interceptions. Where we at? You know what I'm saying? McCaffrey had 69 yards. Backfield was solid. Ran for 119 over there in San Francisco, but they didn't do nothing great. Score doesn't show the 49ers how they dominated. You know what I'm saying? Turnovers were 2-2, and a lot of the stats just didn't look. They just was not in favor of the Seahawks at all. No surprise 49ers win this one, but the score doesn't show how bad the beatdown was. 49ers got the Saints. And like I said, Seattle's going to Pittsburgh, or Seattle's going to play Pittsburgh. I'll see who's home and away. Tennessee and Denver. Man, 20-12. Cam survived without an interception, but giving up 6 sacks, man. Can't be successful giving up 6 sacks in a pro game. It's just not going to happen. Had a fumble, too. Tony Pollard had a fumble. I like the Titans' chances, but I was wrong on this one, man. because they just not quite ready yet. Hopefully they look a little bit better this week, but they was looking like they ain't have it. Need a lot of work still. Bo Nix, he threw 2 picks, fumble, and a sack. Still comes out on top. You know what I'm saying? That's good coaching. That's good job by the personnel on both sides of the ball, staying in the game and just not giving up, man. 20-12. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee had a lot of penalties though, and they couldn't get off the field on 3rd or 4th down. Couldn't move the ball with a bulldozer. No run game, no pass game. You're giving up sacks. You're giving up. You can't move the ball on the ground. It's gonna look ugly for you, and that's what it was. Hopefully, they can do a little bit better against the Rams. I don't think so. Rams look pretty good. Denver's got the Colts next week, so they're gonna get tested. You know what I'm saying? What we got? Last game, Baltimore-Buffalo, Monday night. The best game of the week. Oh my gosh. 41-40. Everybody played great. Battle to the finish. Bad half, good case, bad half, good half. One team had a bad half, other team had a good half. Second half, roles reverse. Big time game. If you get a chance, watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it's going to be playing on NFL Network. Get a chance, watch that thing. Details don't matter much. Every one of the games that they played that I've seen, the last 3 games, I'll just say the last 3 games, they've been like this. It's been some 33, 34, you know what I'm saying, 42, 45, something like that. This is what they do. They throwing haymakers at each other, and they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Competitive chess match, definitely the best game of the week, hands down. You know what I'm saying? But I look to see Baltimore bounce back against the Browns hard, and Jets gonna be another test for the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see.